Let's talk about hips, baby. Let's make them nice and strong. About a 10-minute workout just to increase the mobility, flexibility, and the strength of your hips. But we're actually going to start with your thoracic, I call this the trunk section. We're going to do seated thoracic rotation. So arms out like an airplane. You're going to bend forward just a little bit. Then you're going to twist, looking towards the ceiling, hand down to the floor, brief pause, and then turn. Keeping your abs in nice and tight. We have a light bulb out. Good. I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see a little bit of the side angle. So airplane, forward, turn. You want to look up towards the ceiling, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Let's go one more on each side. Good. And then we're going to do a seated internal rotation. So you're here, knees out nice and wide, and you're going to just drop that knee down to the floor and then back up. You kind of feel that in the hip here. You can tell that my left side is tighter than my right side. Whew. And up. Feel that on that side. Sitting tall, you're sitting on the edge of your seat. Good. Keep going, a few more. Just trying to relax that. Every time you bring that knee in, take a breath, and try to let that just relax further into the floor. Good. Funny enough, it makes my ankle pop on this side. You notice some creaks, cracks, as long as they don't hurt, that's totally okay. Just your body moving around. Then we're gonna go into a froggy position. So knees out as wide as you can. You'll notice you can't see my feet, so we don't want them touching each other. You want them hiding behind your knees. We're gonna walk it forward and then continue to bring those knees out as much as you can. I'm just gonna have you shift back and forth. Keeping your feet in line with your knees. So showing that from a side angle. You can tell I'm just kind of shifting back and forth, not forcing any of the exercises or the stretches, just a little beyond comfortable. Then we're going to go into what I like to call the diamond stretch. Grab a timer here. So keep those knees out as wide as you can. Lay down onto the floor. Bring your feet together. And then let them relax down towards the floor. So I'm going to go 15 seconds here. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate again from a different perspective, different angle. Try not to fall asleep. It is kind of comfortable though. Knees here, right? Feet together, and you're just letting them relax down into the floor, just as low as you can go. You'll feel that opening up right into that hip socket. All right, staying in that same position, bring your knees close together, and then now you're trying to let them relax into the opposite direction. Let them relax out wide. Keep your knees bent at 90 degrees. That one is just kind of let them hang out to the side. 30 seconds or so. Perfect. Now we're gonna go into hip cars. Gonna come down onto all fours. Okay, we're gonna do 4 or 5 on each side. Hi, Archie. Bring your knee towards that elbow, out to the side like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Foot back up towards the ceiling at a 90-degree angle. And then again, making a nice big circle with your knee. Now you're trying to keep your hips square and your abs in nice and tight so that the only thing that's moving is your leg. Really exaggerated circles. Good. We're going to switch directions. Belly button pulled into your backbone. Hi, keep me company, buddy. Excellent. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. Change that angle a little bit. So knee in, out, and then back. Each time you're trying to squeeze your butt. Good. Big exaggerated motions. Switch directions. Squeeze. Out and back to that elbow. Now kind of have to concentrate on this one for sure. It's easy to let your abs go loose. Good. And relax. Whew. All right, fire hydrant holds. Now we're gonna work on that hip strength. So you're on all fours. If this bothers your wrists, you can actually come down to your elbows as well. But we're just gonna come out to the side, hold that leg up for 30 seconds. You're trying not to rotate your hips. You want to keep everything nice and square and straight. Ooh. Now I can't see my timer. Belly button in tight, trying to create a nice straight back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, I don't know how to work my timer. There we go. Reset. 30 seconds on the other side. So you noticed on the first one I was down on my elbows, totally fine. Second one, I'm gonna go ahead and stay up. Kind of work on that wrist strength, wrist flexibility. Should be really squeezing right into that butt and that hip muscle. Side butt. 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. If you don't feel those, you might not be doing them right. If you don't feel them, just shoot me a quick message. Let me know. We'll see if we can't get that corrected. So just to finish up some stretches, hip flexor. So you're into that kneeling position. You can put a towel or a foam pad or something underneath your knee if you need to. Lean forward. You want to feel that right here. Sometimes if you're a bit more flexible, you might not. So just tuck your booty under like a pelvic tilt. Hold for about 10 seconds. Man, those fire hydrant holds made me out of breath. And then you're going to take that same arm that's kneeling down on the floor and then reach over. So you're doing this like crescent half moon and you're getting a whole stretch along the side of your body. And then switch sides. So start with that hip flexor stretch. Tuck that booty if you need to. Feel it here, maybe along in the front of your quad as well. And then reach on over. Good. Now this last exercise, you're going to want to find something that is just a good height that'll take a little bit of experimenting. It's called standing pigeon. So you're just gonna, I'm gonna use this chair here. But you can put your leg up on the chair, up across it here. So you really want something that's about hip height, or if you can't get your leg parallel to the, onto like a table or a counter or a high bar stool, that's okay. Just use something that's a little lower, and then here, stay straight. And then just let that knee fall down as much as you can. I've got some that with really tight hips that this is about as far as they can go. That's okay. As long as you feel that here, you're just trying to get that hip strength. If you feel this in your knees, what you can do is just change, precarious on this one, change the angle of your foot. So you can bring the foot out farther or back. That's why it's a little bit better if you have a bigger chair than this. I just don't have anything down here. And again, you can kind of tell that my left hip is tighter than my right hip. If you need more stretch, just keep your back nice and straight, hinging at the hips, and lean forward, chest forward. And you'll get that down into that. And you want to hold each side for about 30 seconds. Again, play with the position, find what works best for you. There's no right, wrong. You shouldn't feel any sharp shooting pains. You might feel some creaks and cracking. That's okay. Again, as long as it's not painful, just try to take nice deep breaths and let your body relax into it. So yeah, give that a whirl. Should take about 10, looks like we're at about 13 minutes. And the more consistently you can do that day in, day out, the more mobility that your hips will have. All right, this is Jen with Fit Body Fat Life, helping you curb the unwelcome side effects of aging. Talk to you again soon. Bye.